In March 2026, a shaky smartphone video shot on Interstate 95 in South Florida captured a man driving a convertible. Within hours, this brief clip triggered a massive digital conspiracy. The internet fixated on a highly specific phenotypic resemblance. The driver's hair, jawline, and facial features closely matched the known profile of Jeffrey Epstein. Millions of views accumulated overnight. Across social media platforms, a collective claim formed instantly: Epstein was alive in Florida. Official fact-checkers like Snopes intervened almost immediately to scrutinize the claim against the documented record. They revealed the driver's verified identity: Peter Simel, a 71-year-old retired commercial real estate executive and a former Division I collegiate tennis player. This identification aligned with the historical record. Jeffrey Epstein died in August 2019 while awaiting federal sex trafficking charges at the Metropolitan Correctional Center. But empirical proof of Simel's identity failed to stop the momentum. Digital communities largely ignored the official fact checks. How does a visually compelling but factually hollow narrative successfully override documented reality in real time? Analyzing the Palm Beach Pete phenomenon requires looking past the tabloid surface and examining it as a structural data problem. This case illustrates exactly how digital communities construct and sustain alternative realities by weaponizing phenotypic similarities against official records. Amateur digital sleuths bypass standard epistemological checks entirely. Instead of consulting public records, they built a physical case from scratch. They conducted hyper-specific dental comparisons, circulating arguments regarding upper incisor positioning and tooth spacing to suggest that Simel and Epstein were biological matches. They layered on secondary physical claims, launching debates over matching hairline recession and identical ear shapes. The community then generated circumstantial lifestyle evidence, pointing out that both men shared associations with the exact same models of Gulfstream private jets. A distinct behavioral anomaly accelerated the myth. Instead of protecting his privacy, Simel leaned into the public scrutiny. He established social media handles under the moniker Palm Beach Pete, booked interviews, and appeared on national broadcasts like Jimmy Kimmel Live. This embrace of fame triggered a core psychological concept used by conspiracy communities to rationalize contradictory behavior: the revelation of the method. This is an occult belief suggesting that powerful elites mock the public by hiding in plain sight and deliberately leaving clues to their deception. Applying this framework makes the theory completely immune to logical debunking. Under this logic, Simel's public denials and media tours are interpreted as deliberate components of a cover-up. To dismantle this, we must return to the verified empirical timeline of Peter Simel's life, tracing his origins back to New York. His past is thoroughly documented. He graduated from Syracuse University in 1977, playing collegiate tennis decades before this digital myth began. The digital community made an active choice to ignore these distinct biographical data points and visible facial disparities in favor of a compelling myth. This is a textbook case of confirmation bias. Both subjects operated in the same geographic and sociological environment. Palm Beach, Florida features a highly insulated, dense concentration of wealth. Within these elite environments, institutional inertia dictates that high society networks outlast any individual member. We can map this environment using primary data from the Epstein Files Transparency Act documents and FBI intake records. This network map visualizes EFTA data, proving Epstein's Palm Beach social circuit remained active post-conviction. Individuals like Eva Dubin continued coordinating events, with Epstein receiving guest lists directly. Peter Simel connects to these same event nodes without ever intersecting Epstein. Simel eventually confirmed that he frequented the same Palm Beach social circles where Epstein was present. This factual social overlap provided the exact contextual friction required for internet sleuths to validate their theory. Digital forensics systematically failed here by conflating geographical proximity within a dense elite topography with actual identity duplication. Sharing a room does not make two men the same person. Simel escalated from an online curiosity to an active participant in performative internet forensics. He sat for a highly publicized polygraph test on The Nikki Gordo Show, broadcasting the results to a massive YouTube audience. During the test, when Simel confirmed he had been in the same room as Epstein, the examiner flagged his physical response for deception. The algorithms of the attention economy processed this polygraph failure not as a human glitch, but as absolute, irrefutable proof of the conspiracy. He followed this up with a highly produced, on-camera DNA test, a theatrical stunt designed specifically to milk further engagement from the controversy. These real-time, user-generated forensics completely bypass traditional media and legal verification structures, creating a closed ecosystem of validation. This digital momentum culminated in a bizarre real-world stunt. Seymour officially announced a 2028 run for mayor of Palm Beach. His populist campaign platform leaned into the absurdity, promising residents free Botox and a year-long lease on a convertible. The internet's insatiable demand for a villain had inadvertently manufactured and funded a genuine local political candidate. These viral spectacles provide a sense of agency to a distrustful public, allowing them to transform institutional skepticism into a participatory, algorithmic drama they can finally resolve. The Palm Beach Pete phenomenon stands as a symptom of severe epistemological friction in modern society. This dual-axis chart compares the velocity of two competing realities. The bottom axis tracks the slow, linear progression of official document verification. The vertical axis tracks rapid, volatile spikes of algorithmic virality, clustering heavily around performative stunts like the polygraph and mayoral announcement. The factual record remains rigid. Peter Semel is a wealthy retiree whose overlap with Epstein's network is an accident of geography and class. When the public loses faith in official investigations, they will weaponize any phenotypic similarity to build a reality they prefer. As long as institutional distrust remains high, a compelling digital myth will always outpace a complex empirical truth in the attention economy.